Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my travel series, I guess, where I talk about my experiences being in different places. So, today's video is going to be a short one. It's going to be on visiting Colombia for the third time. And um, I didn't make videos about this before, but the first time I went to Colombia back in 2019 was an amazing experience. I really enjoyed it. It was something that was on my list since 2012, maybe 2011. So I finally got there, and the nature was beautiful, people vibrant, dancing, um, very clean. You can drink the tap water. The weather was real good in Medellin, and just really enjoyed it. And so this was my third time there. I was in Cali, Santiago de Cali, this time. And my original intention was to be there for 2 months, November and December, more or less. But a couple weeks into it, I heeded a call to Peru, which I'll talk about in my next video. And I was in Colombia in that first trip for back in 2019 for about 2 months, or for about 2 weeks. And I wanted to go back to the same place, to actually even book the same Airbnb, because I wanted to observe myself in the same place with a new lens. Because from 2019 to 2022, I feel like I had undergone a pretty significant personal transformation. Had my spiritual awakening, went down a new path, and I just wanted to observe myself and see what changed. Which the biggest thing was, like I write here, partied a lot less. Was not focused on that. Was not focused on meeting women. Was just like focused on my work, on training BJJ, and honestly, I was in Peru and Colombia for 2 months, and I didn't even like have an urge to go out and seek out cocaine, which for how cheap it is there and how pure it is, it's something I would have done the previous trip, but I didn't even have any desire to do that. So that was good to be aware of. Let's see. And so some of the pros, like I talk about, Colombia is very friendly. It's very vibrant. There's a lot to do. The dance culture is big, especially in Cali. It's the salsa capital of the world. They have their own style of dance. And so I always do take some lessons there and end up forgetting them when I leave, but it is what it is. Some of the cons, quote unquote, are if you travel through the country, so the buses take quite a while. If you're from like a more developed country with more paved roads and quick buses, that's not the case. There's a lot of like mountains and small roads and stuff. So the trips take a while. So just be aware of that. It's probably easier to fly if you can. The traffic. It's Cali still a city, and it's pretty small in location and geography, so it's pretty cramped and potentially dangerous, which I've never had an issue in Colombia, but I know some people who do. So my favorite memories was trying combo. I write about that on my Instagram. It's a traditional ancestral medicine that they use in the Amazon with like the poison basically from a specific type of frog, and it's supposed to be cleansing. And I write about that. It wasn't a huge. I didn't really experience anything too much from it. And then my MDMA meditation, or just took MDMA and put my blindfolds on, put my music, and just went through the process that way, which is the first time I've tried that because it's been, on Netflix series and whatnot, they talk about MDMA used for healing and psychotherapy and stuff. So I was curious about it, and I write about that as well. So overall, this trip was nothing too eventful. I probably only spent like a month, more or less, in Cali, mostly just in my Airbnb on my computer or going to training or going to dance. And it was also, yeah, I also wanted to see if I could feel rooted in a new place. And I guess, yeah, it was just a precursor to coming home to Taiwan to revisit a place I had seen before COVID, and see how things changed for myself in my internal world. That's pretty much it. In the next video, I will describe a little bit more my trip to Peru, which I took from Colombia. All the best. Keep traveling if you can. It's a good experience, a great growing experience, and I learned a lot from doing that.